Let's get the personnel meeting going here. We'll start out with roll call. Alder Galvin, present.
Alder Dorf, present.
Alder Corpus Dax, present.
Alder Kathy LaFave, present.
Everyone's present and accounted for.
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the agenda and a second. All in favor?
Aye. Oh, I'll let him decide.
I'm going to give it to Alder LaFave. I'm sorry.
All right.
I've been here.
I'll let you guys do the minutes.
All right. I need an approval for the minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
That passes unanimously. On to regular business. Sure. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Item D1, consideration with possible action on a request for out-of-state travel for Officer Block to attend Breaching the Barricade Law Enforcement Conference in Elkhart, Indiana, October 4th through the 6th, 2018, at no cost to the city for room, board, or transportation.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any names on that? Okay. That passes unanimously.
Thanks, sir.
Yep. All right. Item D2, consideration with possible action on request to reorganize the Department of Community and Economic Development as follows and fill in the positions and all subsequent vacancies resulting from internal transfers. Reclassify the Development Service Manager position from A grade N to a Principal Planner position at A grade L. B, reclassify the Plan Review Administrator position from A grade L to a Chief Building Official position at A grade O. And C, reclassify the Exempt Community Investment Manager position from A grade L to a non-exempt Housing and Zoning Enforcement Coordinator position at a pay grade of J. Staff.
So you guys do have the memo attached to your packet that goes through. There's 3 positions that are reclassified. I think the high-level points of it is that we have the building inspectors and the housing and zoning inspectors reporting to one person. The principal planner will be looking at more long-term planning. And then to summarize, the housing and zoning enforcement coordinator will be kind of, lack of a better word, coordinating what the housing and zoning inspectors will be doing. And if you have any specific questions, Assistant Director Renier Wig is here to answer this.
I just got a question on the change in the amounts, for the pay. Is it because of the duties that you found out don't match the?
Yeah, so with all the responsibilities that we do when we have a reorg, is we send it out to our consultant to look at the job responsibilities and also looks at internal equity and also the market comparison to determine what the salary will be. So that's how we determine that.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, you probably looked at the duties because the one has gone up and the other's gone down.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I think as part of this reorganization, it allows us to look at some of the nuisance issues we've had.
Right.
So we put a little money aside for the rat inspector or whatever, but by creating this nuisance inspector position, we can fill some of that gap and be able to do that on a consistent, ongoing basis instead of just when things pop up.
So are there people currently in these positions?
Not the Development Services Manager, which is could become a principal planner, is vacant right now in the other 2 positions. There are people in those positions.
Are we advertising that?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's right. So the Community Investment Manager position, is that a great decrease in salary? Or
Yes, it is.
okay. It is, okay.
It is. And that position, the management portion of that position was removed. It originally wasn't a middle management position. And
Okay.
we took that away.
Okay. Thank you.
And you're advertising for that vacant position, or is that being held now?
I think
I
that's...
think we'll have this. Are you talking about the principal planner?
Yeah.
I think we'll have discussions on whether or not we'll post that, how quickly we do, and if we fill it this year, if we're starting January 1st. And I think with the other 2 positions, we will have internal candidates for that.
Okay. But you're satisfied it's going to make everything much more efficient and easier to work with?
Absolutely,
moving
and
forward.
it's going to save the city some money. On the levy and all that, so...
All right, thank you. Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion.
We'll make a motion to accept the report as, let's see, as stated.
Okay, motion to accept the report as stated.
Okay, I'll second that.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes unanimously. Moving on to item number 3, consideration with possible action on a request to modify the retiree reimbursement escrow fund summary plan description. Staff.
Alderperson Galvin, do you want to start with this?
Sure. Employees hired before the year 2010 were allowed to not take vacation during the course of their career and accumulate a certain amount of vacation days. And they were also allowed to accumulate a certain amount of sick days. Upon retirement, those days were given a cash value, and they were allowed to use it only to pay their health insurance premiums. We recently found out, well, we knew, but no one really understood it, that when the retiree passed away, his wife and dependents were not able to access those funds, and the funds went away. So there's an officer that is dying from a brain tumor. He has money left in his escrow account. He would like his wife to be able to use it to continue to pay for her insurance premiums. So I went to Joe, and he was very, very helpful in fast-tracking this because this officer doesn't have much time to live, and it's worrying him to death, so to speak. And so Joe has been very good about making the necessary changes so that when a retired city employee passes away, if there is money left in that account, his wife and or his dependents can use it to continue to pay for health insurance until the money's all used up.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great
exactly.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the document just effectuates those changes.
Right.
Well, I definitely move to approve that.
Second.
All right. We have a motion by Alder Dorf, seconded by Alder Corpus Dax to approve this. All in favor?
Aye.
That passes unanimously. Item 4, discussion on request by Alder Stoy to review managerial changes at the Wildlife Sanctuary and proposal for 2019 budget.
I'd like to convene in closed session for this. So I'd
Okay.
like to make a motion to convene in closed session.
Second.
And I'll,
I have a second.
would you like me
Okay.
to read the...
Sure.
Okay. The committee may convene in closed session pursuant to Sections 1985, 1C, Wisconsin statutes for the purpose of employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the government body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. The committee may thereafter reconvene in open session pursuant to Section 19.85, subsection 2, Wisconsin statutes to report the results of the closed session and consider the balance of the agenda. All those in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye.
That passes unanimously. This meeting is now in closed session.
Okay.
Green Bay Personnel Committee is back in open session.
I'd like to move that we receive and place on file the discussion that we had in closed session. Second.
Okay, I have a motion to receive and place on file in the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Moving on to item E1, report of routine personnel actions for regular employees. Staff,
And you guys have the reports if you have any questions.
I have none. Does anyone else have any questions about the staff movement? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the report on regular employees.
Second.
Or, I should
Okay, so I
say,
have a-
number one.
Motion by Alder LaFave to accept the report, and a second by Alder Dorf. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. That passes unanimously. Our next meeting is set for October 9th, 2018. And I'll take a motion for adjournment.
Move to adjourn? Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The Personnel Committee is adjourned.
Aye.